Hello to you, and welcome back to another episode of Interesting Stuff, the homeschool educational supplement, where we pick out a topic that might not be on your radar, but that might be something of interest to you. And today we are going to look at the spirit bear. So, what is a spirit bear? I hear you ask. Well, let's find out. We begin by going down to Canada's Great Bear Rainforest. And if you do take a trip up north there, then you're in for a big surprise, because located at British Columbia's western coast in Canada are dense forests spanning 21 million acres. They're aptly named the Great Bear Rainforests, and this is the Amazon of the North, and it's home to some truly unique animals. Now, normally there we find American black bears amongst the most common species. However, only in the Great Bear Rainforest have they evolved with a different white colored coat. Now, if you're not sure where we are, it's time to get out your map and check where on the planet is British Columbia. Now that you've done that, we can look a little bit more into these beautiful white-coated animals, which are known to the locals as spirit bears. So it's estimated that there could be as few as only 100 of these bears left. And their unique color is thanks to a rare genetic variation in a gene they have called MC1R, which codes for a protein that sits on the surface of cells that produce melanin for coloration. This mutation in the gene is what causes the melatonin to appear white instead of the usual black. And this color has perhaps been very helpful to them in their evolution. Researchers have found out that thanks to their unusual appearance, they are 30% more effective in hunting during the daytime compared to their darker counterparts. This efficiency may have been one of the reasons they have maintained their genetic lineage since the mutation was first expressed. It is thought that due to the isolated nature of the forests, the gene has not spread further than the bears residing in the specific Great Bear Rainforest. Another explanation for their continued presence has been selective mating. Yes, they're very choosy creatures, meaning the spirit bears have preference only for other spirit bears, and so the genetic mutation is passed down from generation to generation. And some facts about the bears. Well, their weight can be anything from 80 kilograms to a whopping 200 kilograms. That's heavy. And their length from 1.2 meters to 1.9 meters. Their diet, well, a spirit bear's main source of food is fish, in particular Pacific salmon. Like all black bears, spirit bears are omnivores and therefore will eat fruit, nuts, plants, and even carrion, which to you and me is rotting flesh, but we won't talk about that. Scientists think their white coats act in their favor when hunting for fish. It makes the bears harder to spot above the water. As for lifespan, they can live to around 25 years in the wild. That is, if they get to live that long, because there are many threats to the bears and their habitat. In fact, the biggest threat to this bear is disruptions in their coastal ecosystem, which includes declining salmon populations, tree logging, and migrating grizzly bears that could threaten this isolated species. In 2012, the first coastal nations banned trophy hunting of all bears in their territories. Generally a good thing, I think, especially in the Great Rainforests. In 2017, after much public pressure to end the practice completely, the government of British Columbia banned trophy hunting of grizzlies in the rainforest too. but the hunting of black bears still remains legal. And one concern regarding hunting is potential poaching, because some bad people will creep into the forest with their guns and they'll kill the bears and then sell them, which is really sad, really. Why do people do stuff like that? I don't understand why people would even want to do something like that. I know people get motivated by money sometimes, but why would you want to kill such a beautiful animal? I really don't understand. Anyway, grizzly bears also pose a threat to the spirit bear populations because of the decline in natural resources, especially salmon populations that are becoming a subject to climate change and overfishing. And as beautiful as these spirit bears are, they are also very dangerous. You really don't want to get up close to one. In fact, you don't even want to get into the region or zone where these bears are, actually. And if you want an example of why you don't want to do this, well, there's a great documentary film called Grizzly Man, which explores the life of a bear researcher who was eventually eaten by one of the bears he was trying to protect. I'm laughing a little bit. It's not funny. It's not funny to get eaten by a bear. It's a terrible thing. But I guess that's one of the risks that you take when you get involved with something like that. You know, you play with fire, you're going to get burned. You play with bears, you're going to get eaten, maybe. It's a sad thing, but it's life, right? So if you get a chance to watch Grizzly Man, it's a fascinating film, and it's not too gory. So something you can sit down with the whole family and have a little discussion about. And if that's not up your street, well, there's a lot of other great nature documentaries out there across the internet. You can check out YouTube and Vimeo. There's also lots of independent channels that have great stuff up there as well. My recommendation is you should watch at least 1 or 2 nature documentaries a week, because it's good to have a little bit of knowledge about the planet we're on and the ecosystems and how everything ties together and how everything works. Because it's really a fascinating and beautiful place where we live, and we need to learn as much about it as possible. And so if there's something that you could recommend to me to watch, let me know and I'll be happy to watch it. Also, if there's a topic you would like me to cover, let me know and I will try to cover that topic as well. Remember that under the video you will find some contextual questions to help you with your comprehension. And other than that, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day. And I wish you well wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Stay safe. Take care. Speak to you soon.